Hello, you guys. Welcome to Elizabeth Live, hosting the Wise Woman Way. I'm on my way to 197 Lamberton Street, where I grew up. My grandmother had built the Mecca there. Right now, I'm at the corner of the Boulevard and the Washington Avenue Park, where we used to play as children, and walk around even as we became adults. Anyway, we're making this right turn on the Boulevard. I know people probably think I'm crazy, but this is October the 18th. I'm doing this special for my grandmother. Here we go, you all. We're turning down Lamberton Street here where my grandma used to live. And we're gonna come down here and we're gonna park right here. Hold up, you guys. Let's see what this guy gonna do. Alrighty. Yep, here we go. Oh, I was looking for a park and I couldn't find a park. But anyway, you guys, there go the house where I grew up in. We're gonna take a park right here, right now. Okay, so you guys, we're here at Lamberton Street. I'm gonna have to go up, turn around, and park. This is Lamberton Street where I grew up. We and my family walked these streets many days. Carmen parents' house. The Washingtons lived there. Wow, here go Wilson Street. Thaddeus and Gabriel lived there. The McKnights, the Perkins. Here go the corner store on Herbert Street. And there go where the Marshalls used to live, right here. And then here go where the Risbys used to live. Whole lot of people. I can't call everybody name. There used to be a little church on this corner right here, Button Street. I'm gonna pull over. Hold up, you guys. Okay, Jerome Sonia used to live there. You guys, I'm gonna have to go up here and turn around and make a U-turn so I can get back to 197, 199 Lamberton Street at the corner of Morris Street there where my grandmother owned both those properties coming to the corner of Lamberton and Morris Street, which my Uncle Otis wind up getting from my grandmother. And he, raised his family there, but we all grew up there. Anyway, you guys, this is part one. This is Button Street. Had many friends for years down this street as well. And then I can't even call the street that's up there. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go up here because I want you guys to see the full neighborhood of here. And oh, they got a bump you go over now, and this is Plymouth Street. So that was off the street back there. And okay, y'all, you go to Great Seatown. Once used to be my uncle's store, Joe and Jesse's supermarket or grocery store, one of the first black supermarkets in New Haven. Anyway, you guys, here go up the way. I want you guys to see this part right here. Guys are still hanging out here. This is what we call up the way. In the early 70s, there was a lot of black businesses here. A lot of people still hanging out. Y'all gotta check this here. Y'all gotta check this here out. Dang. Y'all sorry about that. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and park over here on the corner. Actually, this is the square we're at right now. I'm gonna park on Kimberly Avenue up here. And then I'm gonna come back around because all of this is part of the way where we all grew up. This is the hill section of New Haven, closer to, here go the old Peppy store. They knocked that down. Tip Tops across the street here. Well, we're gonna pull over right here. There go Tip Tops. They used to make the best subs in New Haven between them and Peppy's. Yep. So now we're on Kimberly Avenue. This is where I grew up, on Kimberly Avenue. My mom had her house down here closer to the boulevard. So you used to can just roll right over the El Grosso, well, the El Grosso Bridge, and there you'll be right there again at Lamberton Street. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue down Kimberly Avenue. Let me blow this up a little more so you guys to see. So we're traveling down Kimberly Avenue, you guys. And we're going to go up to the light at the boulevard. We used to walk the street as young girls in high school. All the people that live here when we was over here are gone now. A lot of Hispanics are living over here. But now they turned the big old church that used to be there. That's now Betsy Ross School. This used to be a little pizza place right here. And this store on the corner here was Old Man Richie's store we used to go to. Where is it? Yep, that's the store right here on the corner we used to go to. This is Grant and Kimberly Avenue. We used to stop there before and after school sometime, pick up little snacks and stuff. Richie was Italian. Yeah, and so was the owner of Tip Top store back there. I showed you that made those slamming subs, boy, especially in the 80s and the 90s. And Pepe's right across the street. They knocked that store down. They used to have some really good subs too. Anyway, here we go, you all, passing Grant Street. Now we heading down Kimberly Avenue. The Johnsons wind up buying that house right there. Okay, you guys, here we go. Beautiful sunny day, October the 18th, my grandma born day. And you guys, here we go. There go some neighbors used to live across the street there. Cheryl, Billy and them lived it right there in one of those apartments. And we coming up close to where my mom owned it, her house. Two family. Matter of fact, I had lived on the first floor as a young lady. Anyway, here goes some of the area. I'm at a stoplight, so yep, this is where the Billies used to live. And Inez Johnson used to live here. Yeah. And I'm going to show you the house that my mom, Hargroves, lived there. They go where my mom owned her house right there, 201 Kimberly Avenue, you guys. We knew all these people all up and around here. Mostly all the people that lived here 30 years ago, 40 years ago are all gone now. Yep, and there go the house that Cynthia father owned right there. Audrey Kelly aunt lived there. Okay, you guys, the house is over here, still nice. I think maybe Star parents still own that house right there, because that guy looked like he can be Jamaican. I'm just saying, he could just be cleaning. I don't know, I'm just assuming. But now, you guys, we're at the light here at Kimberly Avenue and the Boulevard. We're going to take a right. We used to get a lot of flowers from over there by McDonald's. That's the McDonald's we grew up around, and the Wendy's was over there as well. I just realized Wendy's is gone. Wendy's no longer there. But still, the Dairy Queen is down there. Now they have a Popeye and a Dunkin' Donuts. You guys bear with me. We're turning down on the boulevard. They still got a lot of traffic here too. I want you guys to see. And here's where the Sanders used to live, right here in this corner house here on Plymouth and the Boulevard. Now we're approaching this El Grosso Boulevard. This is the boulevard that I watched them build back in the around 1979, 80. By the time 81 was here, this bridge was built. Anyway, I walked over this bridge many a time. This is the Great Boulevard here in the hill section of New Haven, closer to Long Wharf. All of this used to be water beneath this bridge. When my grandmother first purchased this house here at 199, 197 Lamberton Street, there was a whole lot of shells right there where that black Jeep is at. A lot of shells was over there, a whole bunch of shells, because this whole area had a lot of clams and water. So this house right here was built while we was living here on Lamberton Street. I got a perfect park. Okay, here we go. Yep, here we go, you guys. Okay, so there go the house my Nana had bought, and she was there for years at 197, 199 Lamberton Street. I lived up on that third floor right there for years. When I was a young girl, I think I was 19 when I got my apartment there. I was there 20 and 21. Then I moved on Kimberly Avenue with my mom. Anyhow, that's the house, you guys. I'm going to blow it up. She had that front porch right there where the windows, she had that built onto the house. And right there, she had a lot of rose gardens, a lot of rose in her garden there. And that was her flower house she had built there. Yep, there go her door with the wreath on it. And boy, we used to run through that side there. You know, Tootsie and John and them used to live there. And where this new house is was a house where a blind man named Stanley used to live there. And Anna used to help him around because he lived there by his house. That house was a very old house, just like this one right here next to the one my grandmother bought. People came and gone though. But yeah, this was once mega for us. And I'm going to take you, actually now, I'm going to take you and show you, definitely can't go there, make sure no car's not coming, that this is where we grew up. That on my cousin Maxine's house. All of this was her property. Gotta see it. All of this was her property. Yep. And then I'm going to go around and come back down Morris Street so you can get a closer look. We're heading back down Lamberton Street right now, Lamberton Street, and we're going to go down Wilson Street here. We have friends here. As a matter of fact, this is where I met one of my best friends, Cookie Costello, over here. Wow, they tore down the house the Wilkins used to live in. Inez and them used to live there. Well, you guys, we just going to travel down the street. We knew everybody over in all these, on all these streets, Wilson Street, Herbert Street, Arthur Street. We knew people on Plymouth Street, Rosette Street, where Ian Taylor and Sister Staggers and them used to live. We knew everybody all around here. Everybody knew everybody. Okay, so yep, this has always been a one-way, and that has always been the package store right here on the corner. Okay, y'all, they built a new house there. That house is still there. A lot of Puerto Rican people live in this neighborhood. I used to walk this street coming from school every day. Wow, you guys, this is awesome. Yup, Arthur Lee and the Arringtons had lived at this corner house. They go to Puerto Rican restaurant, was there, and that used to be the candy store we used to go to. We have many stories. Truman School was over there. So now we're about to turn. Down Morris Street. So yeah, a lot of Hispanic people live in this neighborhood now. I walk this street. Matter of fact, this is the house where my son and my daughter had their daycare here. They used to go to daycare here. Wow, the street is jam-packed. Bobby used to own that house, a good friend of mine. We knew everybody over here. Nobody's here anymore. Lots of houses packed together. They do have some new houses. They even have a road bump on this street for you to slow down. This area, I tell you, was a beautiful area at one time, and it still is. It went down in the 90s. But yeah, that's where the big old poodle used to be at the door. Uh-oh, let me pull to the side because people trying to get by. And this is the house where the big old dog used to be. That used to run to the gate. Okay. Wow, that lady stayed in that house. They had to come get her out that house because she had all those cats and dogs. And my cousin Maxine still lives here. This is her house. This was the house my grandmother had bought. And my cousin Maxine is still here. There goes the garage and everything. This used to be our land. All of this, you guys. All of this. I'm going to park right over here. All of this was our land. We grew up right here. All of this. From this corner right here. That's the house right there, you see. That used to be my Nana house. I lived on all the floors, the first, second, and third floor. Elizabeth Hargrove Brent used to live there. Used to have a cherry tree in that yard, an apple tree. They took down the apple tree. My grandmother had the cherry tree removed. But yep, this is all the property, you guys. My cousins still live there. Yep. So I just had to come here today, and you see the sign there. It says Lamberton Street. Let me get a picture so you guys can see it. Yep, there it is, Lamberton Street. We at the corner of Lamberton and Morris. And this is the corner where we grew up. That restaurant across the street used to be an upholstery place where they redid couches. But anyway, you guys, this is the corner right here. The corner of Lamberton and Morris where we grew up. And this house across the street here was Mr. Cannon's house. Yep. We knew everybody that used to be around here. We used to walk down further across Lamberton Street, down Moore Street. At the end there was a bridge where you can cross over the train tracks and actually get straight to Kimberly Avenue, going down Grant Street where I showed you. So you guys, this is just a little bit of info that I'm giving you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do a part 2 where I'm just going to get out and kind of give you guys, this is the road, this Lamberton Street right here, you guys. I cannot see no cars coming the way this here is parked. I'm going to go in this corner. Yep, so this is all the land right here, guys, that I'm showing you that my Nana lived on. I'm just going to take a picture real quick. Okay, you guys, if you like what I do, please press share, like, and I'm going to bring you to a part 2 when we get out the car, you guys. Okay. Remember to be wise, practice being wiser, and think higher. Ashe.